locked herself in a dark cyber world where young girls secretly meet to help each other lose weight.
Oh my goodness. They are the most shocking pictures I've seen.
The world of Pro Anna.
I was addicted to the website.
Really?
You can post pictures up of yourself, like ribs and shoulders and things like that. I mean, it was awful.
This website should be illegal. This website should not be allowed to pop up.
Fearne has been horrified at their very existence, but is beginning to learn it's a complex issue.
Going onto the websites, they're seeking some solace, some sort of shared belief, and they're seeking support. There's some people who need to communicate. It's not a black and white issue.
Fearne has managed to get Anna, who runs one of the websites, to talk to her. Fearne is trying to understand why the sites are so important to Anna.
I feel worthless and useless if I put on weight. To go to normal, I suppose, would mean putting on weight, eating every day. That frightens the hell out of me.
Does it?
Yeah.
What sort of feelings does it bring up then if you would sort of...
Pure fear.
Does it?
Yeah. Does scare me. Thought of having to sit down and eat 3 meals a day.
Really?
I couldn't do it.
Why does it scare you? What do you think will happen?
Just I'll turn into a fat pig, fatter than I am, and it just... It does, it really frightens me.
You're gorgeous though, don't you know that? What do you see when you look in the mirror?
Fat, 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 and more fat.
Do you find it helps you chatting to other people on the website about anorexia?
Definitely, yeah, because I never had any support, really. There wasn't anyone to talk to, and to have somewhere like this, where you can go and you can meet other people who are going through the same thing, and to actually understand where you are, it's needed, really, because it's so isolating to go through.
So I suppose that you are getting a lot of support and understanding for people who are going through what you're going through. But do you ever think there's a slightly dangerous side in the competitive element?
There can be, yeah, in that respect, but if you end up on an anorexic ward, same thing goes on there. You just automatically do it, you bounce off each other, you do compete, you can't help it.
What do you think would happen if, you know, these websites got banned?
Apart from these sites, I don't have any other support. I don't know what would happen. It's like just taking away someone's complete support system. They're going to fall.
I don't like the website still. I do think they lead girls who aren't so deep into anorexia further into it, but I would worry for Anna if she didn't have that support network. It just made me very sad, and I was very shocked at, you know, her story, and I hope there's a way out for her, I really do.
For those suffering with anorexia, there are alternatives to Pro Anna. Recovery websites offer support, help and understanding to girls ready to face their eating disorder and begin the journey back to health. 20-year-old Christine is a story of hope. She has seen both the bad and good sides of Pro Anna, and after a 5-year battle with anorexia, come out the other side. Fearne is meeting her at Cardiff University, where she's now studying psychology.
Well, thank you so much for meeting up with me to chat today.
It's a pleasure.
Because I know it must be quite a difficult thing to sort of talk about and like look back on and stuff. I mean, would you say that you're recovered now, or you're still in recovery? How would you look at it?
I would say that I'm now recovered. The past few months I've been starting to feel quite secure, which has been really, really nice. But I do have to be like really careful to just keep myself in check, because I'm probably always going to have a slight vulnerability there.
Yeah. Did you ever use any pro-anorexic websites?
Yeah, I literally just stumbled across them when I typed anorexia into Google one day, and something called pro-anorexia came up, and I was like, what on earth is that? So I logged on, and to my complete amazement, I found people who shared every single thought and feeling that I was going through.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. It made me feel a bit better initially, but overall, it really actually made me more ill, because everyone was just encouraging all the negative behaviours we were doing. They didn't make me feel good when I was on them. They just made me feel like even more of a failure, because I couldn't even be the best at trying to lose weight in that world.
How did you stop using these websites and actually think about getting out of it all?
There came a point, I remember when I was 17, I had a big turning point, and I was just sick and tired of feeling cold and hungry and unable to concentrate and having such a sort of lonely life as well. And I just got to the stage when I was willing to take the risk of giving up my eating disorder, because I just felt it couldn't be any worse than how I was at that time.
Christine is using her own experiences to help other girls with anorexia and has become a spokesperson for BEAT, the eating disorder charity.
What would you say to somebody out there suffering now, even if they're not using the websites, what would be your advice to them?
My advice would be just to keep going with recovery, keep fighting, and it's not going to happen quickly, so you do need to be patient as well. But it is definitely worth the battle, because when you get there it won't be at all like what you thought it was. I thought recovery would be horrible and I didn't want it to happen, but now I've done it, I'm so glad.
Do you think there's any place for these websites out there, these pro-anorexic websites?
I think it's just important that people who are suffering from eating disorders are aware that you've got the choice to go on a recovery website or a pro-anorexia website. And my real advice is don't go near pro-anorexia. It won't make you happy.
Come on, skinny love, just let's sing it.
Making this documentary, I've learnt so many things. There are so many different shades to dieting. There's people who just eat healthily, there's people who dabble in dieting, people who crash diet and then go back to normal, people who might diet for a reason and then stop, people who take it to an extreme, and then there's people with eating disorders. It's given me a lot more sympathy towards people who do have eating disorders, because before I just would be like, why can't you just eat and be happy and get on with it? But it's not that simple. I think there needs to be an influx of positive websites that can help girls recover, and they need to have that support network and that friendship and that feel of community, because that's why they're all on the pro-ana websites, because they've got mates on there. You know, if just even one or two girls watching this show might change their mind about how they, or where they put their importance, then I'd be really happy.
Come on, skinny love, just let's sing it.
If you've been affected by the issues in this programme and would like to speak to someone in confidence, details of who you can speak to are available on the Truth About Beauty page on the ITV.com website. Well, Martin Clunes is Doc Martin in a feature-length episode tomorrow at 9. After the news, it's UEFA Cup highlights.